So good morning once again. So we have already done lecture number 5.1a plus b, and that brings us to lecture number 5.1c. This is module 5, lecture number 1c. We have talked about different variation of truing and dressing. By truing, what do I mean? Truing is a procedure to remove eccentricity so that the wheel becomes concentric. What is dressing? Dressing is that we make the wheel open so that it can cut very easily. It can form chip. When do I do it? After truing, because typically after truing the wheel become glazed. After wheel wear, the grits once again lose their cutting ability because they wear out. And after wheel loading, what is wheel loading we have not explained as yet, but after wheel loading also, to open up the wheel, dressing has to be done. But during the truing and dressing process, what is the mechanism that we have not discussed thus far? So let us discuss that, and that would be our concluding lecture for module number 5, which is conditioning of grinding wheel, truing and dressing. So these are the different grains or abrasive grits. This is your single point dressing or dresser tool, dresser. This is your AD, and this is moving in this direction with VD, which gives rise to a lead of SD, which is millimeter per revolution of the cutting tool or of the grinding wheel. This grinding wheel is coming towards you. It is not going in this direction or in this direction. Those are wrong. It is coming towards you, and as it is coming, this dressing tool is moving in this direction and it is producing features like this. So these are multiple cutting points which are getting generated so that these cutting points would be able to participate during grinding process and form chip. So when do you require this micro cutting to be effective, or the mechanism? It is not for truing. It is not during truing. Truing it is not required. When is it required? It is required for dressing. Why do you require that? Because if you do this, then the cutting points, the number of cutting points that would increase. So you would have better micro cutting and better chip formation. So that is the idea. And if you have better chip formation, you can qualitatively say your grinding wheel is more open and sharp. So that is the idea. When you are doing the dressing operation, however, certain things should not happen. What should not happen? Let us go there. Your dresser, your diamond dresser was here and it was moving in this direction. As it was moving in this direction, it was applying a force. Because of this application of this force, you may have bond fracture or you may have a grit fracture. These two things are not desirable. They are also not desirable. So they are required at times. During dressing operation, bond fracture is not desirable. What is desirable? When is it desirable? When you need to remove the eccentricity and you want to make it concentric, then you need to remove lot of material, and that can be done by bond fracture. So when is it required? It is required during truing operation, particularly when you are truing super abrasive grinding wheels, because most of the time silicon carbide rotary dressers are used for truing, and silicon carbide grits can do nothing to CBN or diamond. what they can do is that they can put enough force so that the bond fracture takes place. Who controls bond fracture? Please go back, and the grade of the wheel or the hardness of the wheel, this controls bond fracture. If you have a soft wheel, instead of, even when you are trying to dress it, it would lead to bond fracture. If you have a hard wheel, even an aggressive dressing condition would not lead to bond fracture, and you will get micro cutting, which has been shown earlier. The other one, which has not been, yes, it has been shown here, is called grit fracture. Grit fracture can also generate a sharp cutting edge. So this can be talked about as a desirable in case of dressing. This is desirable in case of coarse dressing. When your dressing parameters are aggressive, then this kind of grit fracture will take place. When your dressing parameters are mild, then this micro cutting by the diamond single point dresser would take place, and it would generate multiple cutting points. So these are the three mechanisms which are prevalent during dressing and truing operation. What are they? Let me get another slide. So they are micro cutting. Micro cutting is desirable during dressing operation. Grain fracture or grit fracture, this is also desirable during dressing operation. This is during fine dressing operation. This is during coarse dressing operation. During fine dressing, your AD and SD would be less. Both of them, they would be less. During coarse dressing, your AD and SD would be large. If they are large, the force coming on the grit, that would be large, and that may lead to grit fracture. The other option is bond fracture. Bond fracture is desirable during truing process. For that to happen, two things are required: SD and AD to be large. This is one thing. Another thing is that bond strength or hardness of the wheel, if it is less, then bond fracture will take place readily. So this is the underlying mechanism what happens during truing and dressing process. During truing and dressing process, grits, bonds, they are removed from the wheel. During truing process, the bond and grit, they are removed so that it becomes concentric, and during dressing process, either grits are micro cut or they are fractured so that more cutting points are generated. Wheel regains its ability to grind and form chip, and it becomes much more open. So that was the coverage of module 5, that is conditioning of the wheel. This particular module is rather descriptive, so I would request you to go through the reference book that has been recommended. Other than what we have covered in the class, there are certain technological aspects given in the book, and you need to learn them as well. Thank you so much. We will meet again with a new module, module 6.